Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this video today. Now, I'm here today to review Web Detective. This is a software that I've had the chance to test out, and I want to show you today what Web Detective does and all of the different parts of Web Detective, so you understand where this fits into your strategy and where this could be used in your business, and whether this is actually something that you'll be able to pick up and start using in your business. So what Web Detective is it's a software designed to help you research competitors and spy on why they might be ranking ahead of you in the Google search engine, and it will also provide you data on your website that will contribute and help you to understand better how Google views your website and how Google might be ranking your website. Now, Google obviously is the biggest search engine on the web. It holds a huge amount of free traffic which gets distributed out on a daily basis, okay, as people search for keywords in the search engine. Now, a lot of businesses need help with their search engine rankings because they might have a name like, say, for example, Project Manager, or they might have a name like, a different type of name like Basecamp, and they want to, first of all, rank for their website. They also might want to rank for keywords that are specific to their content, keywords where their audience might be typing in that keyword into the search engine. They want to show up on top, so they have the highest chance of that particular person clicking through their website and then making a decision whether they want to buy or not. That's where this whole process fits in. So what this software is probably the most comprehensive that I've seen before, comprehensive view of what Google will be looking at and seeing when they go to your website and what they're seeing in other people's websites. So it gives you the ability to dig deep into your website and find out what Google is looking for and how you can improve your website ranking. Okay, so let me go through each one of these different categories. There is a lot. This may be a long video, but I'll cover everything that you need to know about the software during it. So first of all, we've got visitor and analytics. Now, each of these different components of the software is segmented and separated into a different section, all right, a different type or different part of what Google is looking for when they rank you in the Google search engines. So here we've got a couple of websites posted in here. So let's just grab some information about this one. And we've got our details here. Now, before I go into that, our first step is to actually add your website. So you want to add your website here. So say, for example, sambacker.com. And then you get a code, a piece of code which you can add into your website. Now, this code is for this section, visitor analytics. It's kind of like Google Analytics in that sense, that you add this code into your website, and then what it means is that the website will then communicate what's happening on the website to this software, and it will present the data through the visitor analytics section right here. So now that we've added a few websites here, this one's already been added, Samurai Blogger, we click on details. What it's going to do is, since the time that we added this to our website, it's going to track how many visitors this has had, how many new visitors it's received, and where those visitors are from. Total unique visitors was 546 for this website. The average time on the website was 11 minutes and 57 seconds. The average visit was about 1.82. Now, I believe that means, if we look at this, the average visit, that might be on a, I'm not entirely sure what the average visit is. I know that the average stay time is 11 minutes and, there. This is for the average amount of pages visited, okay? So most people visited 1.82 pages. So on average, about 2 pages per person. That makes sense because the total page views overall ever since this was added to the website has been 993, and the total unique visitors is 546. It also has the bounce rate, okay? How many people actually went to the website then immediately scrolled away, which is 56%, which is reasonably high. Depends which niche it is, but that is still reasonably high. It's not ideal. Ideally, you'd want the lowest bounce rate possible, and these are things that Google looks at. Google is looking at how long people stay on your website from each keyword. So say, for example, if someone visited this and they went to the keyword blogger, Google will look at how long the visitor who came from the keyword blogger is staying on your website, and they'll make a decision whether your website is relevant based on that data and a lot of other data such as the bounce rate. Now we've got website analytics. this is the next, oh no we don't, visitor analytics, sorry. I've only shown you a little portion of this so far. Let's go back here. I always forget there's a bunch of different information here. So this is all of the data based on the stats that Google would see, or which it would look at. So it's got your top referrers. It has Google is 3% of the traffic, direct people, okay, people going directly is 65%. We've got Google, which is 1.9, Warrior Forum, which is 1.9, and then we have Samurai Blogger, which I believe, again, is from people clicking internally or actually visiting this link from an email. That's 9%. It's got total traffic, direct link, search engines, social networking, and referrals. It's also got the traffic here broken down into those different categories. Now if we go to visitor type, this is going to give us a breakdown of who the visitors actually were. So we've got a number of returning visitors. Okay, these are the returning visitors down here. There's not that many. And we've got a bunch of new visitors here as well. We've also got the new visitors versus returning visitors here. So it's giving you an indication of, what's happening on your website and what the analytics are that you're reading and why, they are relevant. So we've also got top web pages from the 3rd of May till June 2nd. These are the top web pages here. Most people, as you can see, are actually interested in the solo ad directory other than the home page. My products. And this is really interesting because through this you can see what people are actually interested in that are visiting your website. So you can get a better feel, and this is for your clients as well, of what's going on your website as well. Country-wise report, we've got which countries people are from. You've got here Australia all the way through to Czech Republic. Not entirely spelt correctly. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, it's Czech, not Czech. I'm sure that's an overview. I'll let them know about that. So we've got all the different countries that have been visiting this place. We've got a breakdown on the map of who's actually been visiting. So we've got a lot of people from the States, a little bit from Canada, a little bit from Australia, one from New Zealand, and so on. Browser report. Which browsers are people using? Most people are using Chrome. Okay, new users are using Chrome, old users are using Chrome. Firefox, IE, which is Internet Explorer, and a lot of people are also using Safari. More people are using Safari than Firefox, which is really quite interesting. So that gives us a breakdown of that. Then we've got the OS report, which is which operating system has traffic come from. Android traffic's come from here. Undetectable traffic is 125. That's the software can't tell whereabouts it's from. We've got Windows and we've got Mac devices. So very few Macs, a lot of Windows computers, more Android devices than iPhones. Very interesting as well. We've also got a device report which breaks it up into desktop versus mobile. So you can see about 1/3 almost 1/3 of visitors are from a mobile website. So then the thing comes to mind is this a mobile site? Do they have mobile responsive ability? Okay, if it's not going to present itself well on a mobile device, this traffic could be all lost. Let's go to the next step, which is website analytics. Now what this is giving us, and this will give us a breakdown of competitors as well, it's giving us a feel for what is happening within this website. So let's have a look at the website that we've just been viewing before. It has all the who is information. So it has, is it registered? Yes, it's been registered for 4 years. Now domain age is obviously important to Google. It has its Moz information. Moz is a certain type of a ranking software basically. It'll give you that breakdown from them. It has all of the Google backlinks, Yahoo backlinks, Bing backlinks. Is it mobile friendly? No. That's big, so it needs to be mobile friendly. So if you're the owner of this website, you'd probably want to make it mobile friendly. It's also got this other data from where people are coming from, where the IP, which registered the domain was, which is useful in Google as well, and it's got the sites in the same IP. So these are related websites that Google will see, because if the websites are from the same IP, Google sees that, and make sure that you have only legitimate websites on that IP, obviously. You've got social networking information, where people are coming from over social networks. Stumble upon information, Google+, Reddit. It's giving you a picture of all of this different information here. We've got our H1 tags. Now there's no H1 tags. Ideally, Google wants to see a very well-structured website that has the keywords where it should be and has the content where people are going to find it easy to access. So H1 tags are important, H2 tags are important, H3, a well-structured website is what Google is looking for. You can also see here we've got the title. Does this include the keywords someone wants? And a small description, a very small description. This isn't all that relevant anymore. Google's algorithm is smart enough to not have to be told, which keywords you are relevant to. Okay, it can actually find out based around your content and based around what's on your website. And it does that through keyword analysis, which is right here. Now here it's measuring how many times certain words and keywords are on your website mentioned. Okay, so through this, Google will probably be able to find out what the keywords are that are most relevant for this website. So Samurai, right, is very relevant. Zamora, Joshua, Zamora is very relevant. And you've got another, other keywords here as well as 3-word phrases. We've got 2-word phrases, and we have 4-word phrases as well. So it shows you, it gives you a breakdown of what kind of keywords are on there, and you can see from this whether you're getting the right keywords included enough in your text, or whether you need to make edits on that as well. You've got your Alexa information. Alexa, it's not all that relevant, but it does have some value in showing where traffic is coming from, and it also has some value in showing how much traffic you have worldwide. You've also got SimilarWeb as well, which is a similar type of thing to or similar type of website to Alexa, and will give you another ranking system as well, and give you more of a breakdown of the data that you're looking at here. Now what we have also is, as part of this, we can actually go back to the website analysis, and this is a really useful thing to do and look at your competitors. So say, for example, if I was competing, for example, against 6packshortcuts.com, okay, I'm competing against them. That's a competing website. I can do a quick search. Now that's not the right domain. I can do a quick search report, analyze website, http://6packshortcut.com. Now what it's doing is it's actually analyzing the website. So you can enter in your competitors here as well to find out whether they're ranking for certain keywords, whether they've got more keywords mentioned in their text, and how old the keyword is. So you can get an indication of how competitive a market is, how competitive you're going to have to be going against this domain, and what you'll need to do technically based on this in order to rank higher than that particular website. Now this process takes a few minutes. It's going to go through 28 steps, researching every component of this website. As you can see, it's running, it's researching these as well, steps completed, and it's going to continue to go until it's finally complete. So let's return once this website analysis has completely finished. Okay, it's completed. So you can see here what it did complete. They went through all of these different steps right here to find out the information that it needs for a detailed report. We can see here that 6pack Shortcuts is has been around for almost 6 years. Mike Chang 1508 at gmail.com is the owner of this, so it's great to find information like this because you can actually reach out to the owner. You've got information on Moz. Now there's not much information showing up here. We've also got DMOZ listing. Nope, it's not in the DMOZ directory, which is a powerful directory which most websites want to be ranked in. You've also got the IP information, where it was registered from, whether it's safe. It's untested currently. You've got information on the IP address, and then if we go up here again, we can see a breakdown of how much social sharing has gone on. Over 500,000 likes, which is massive, 15,000 comments, 4,000 shares. Google is seeing all of this as well, so they can identify this. The website is ranking for 6pack Shortcuts. Title isn't really in place, no description, and we've got a lot of information here as well on the keywords. You can then see what keywords, based on the analysis, are strong with this website, what it will be ranking for, and where most of its traffic are most likely coming from, which in this case you can guarantee is 6pack Shortcuts because it gets most of its traffic from YouTube. We've also got Alexa ranking, where it's going to have a high rank. It hasn't actually submitted itself to the Alexa ranking system. And then we've got SimilarWeb as well, which it hasn't, given its name or domain to that system yet. Now we go into the social network analysis. This will give us more of a breakdown about how much social sharing, how much Facebook sharing is going on, how many Facebook comments there are, and a lot more information as well based around social sharing. You can actually print out a report for this for clients or in your own business as well. We've got the rank and index analysis. This will go through and give you a record of all of your websites, an overall picture of the Alexa rank. This will give you also an overall picture of the Alexa data. It'll give you the overall picture of the SimilarWeb data. It'll give you a breakdown of MozCheck and Search Engine Index as well. Now I've also got a who is search, which is important. You can find out who owns specific domains. So in this case, this is a who is protected domain. You could, if you wanted to, do a new search into a specific domain and find out who the owner is and details about this particular domain that you might want to know. In this case, it's registered. It has protection, and you can see this data on it This is a protected domain. It's a private domain, so you can't see much information about this, but other websites you may be able to see information about. We've also got, if we go down to domain analysis, and this is basically researching every single thing about the domain that Google might be interested in. We'll go to DMOZ check. Okay, the DMOZ directory is the biggest, or not the biggest, but the oldest and probably the most prestigious in Google's eyes that people want to be listed in. Okay, it can take a long time to get listed in the DMOZ directory. I've done it successfully with clients of mine, but it isn't easy to do. And to get in there are certain criteria that they want. So just be aware of that. That's the DMOZ directory. It'll find out who is in that DMOZ directory and whether they're actually in DMOZ. So say, for example, if I was to go into, http://project manager.com, we'll click start searching. It's going to locate whether this is in that directory. In this case, it's saying no. So we can find from this whether a website is in there or not. It'll search through the directory, it'll give us a confirmation. If it's not in that directory, then that's something that we can say to a client they might want to consider looking into and actually getting added into that directory. We've also got a domain auction list. This is a bunch of different domains that are currently up for sale. The advantage of using this system to find domains that are up for sale or potential auction is that sometimes you'll find domains that are valuable. Okay, they've already got ranking, they have history in Google, they're ranking for a number of search terms that you might want to rank for, or what you might want to do is you might actually want to link that website back to your website because it's a relevant website and it will help your search engine ranking, because when you've got a website like that, it's kind of like recommending your website, if that makes sense. So it's recommending your website, and in Google's eyes, that helps give you additional rankings as long as it's around the right kind of content and it looks natural. So now you've also got IP analysis. Now IP analysis is important because it's going to give you the ability to basically register websites for a specific country. Say, for example, if I was to register a domain in New Zealand, that domain will show up as being registered in New Zealand, and it will probably be favored slightly towards New Zealand browsers, okay? Whereas in the States, if you register a domain in the United States, it's going to be more relevant to United States people, and Google takes that into account when it's choosing how it's going to rank a website locally. So you've got sites on the same IP as well, and this will give you a breakdown of websites that are on that same IP. We could do a new search, we could find out, and use an IP address to do that research. And that will basically give us a breakdown of what websites are on that same IP. Let's try this right now. Sites on same IP, new search, IP address, start searching, and it's going to run through the search and give us a breakdown of these websites. So these are all the websites, whoops, as I scrolled through, and that was a mistake. One sec, let me do that again. I can actually download the results. So let's just download these results and have a look for ourselves. And as long as you can find the IP address of a registered website, you can actually find all of the domains that are owned by that particular individual. So that's quite useful as well. If you're looking at a competitor, you might want to know what websites they own. But also, if you are looking to register a website for your own ranking in Google, or multiple websites, you obviously don't want those domains all on the same IP address. You'd probably want them on different IP addresses so Google sees them as unique and not being under one umbrella. So again, these are some of the domains that you'd find in the IP address that we have here. You can download that into a report. We've also got a link analyzer. Now this is external, external ranking. It's really important that your website has external websites basically recommending it, talking about it, linking back to it, because that is going to show Google that it must be relevant and it must hold some authority in that niche for these particular keywords. So what this does is it gives a breakdown of each individual domain, its external links, its internal links, no follow links, do follow links, and it also tells you when that was searched, because you might want to search this every couple of months to see the updates that are happening. You've also got, as part of this, a keyword analyzer tool. Now and you've got a page status check as well. I'll go to that first. Page status check, new search, we can go and we can enter in a page, and it's going to basically give us data on how many people are linking to that page, all right? Not just a domain, but that page in particular. Now we've got keyword analysis. We can analyze our keywords on our website, go even more in depth, and you can use this for your competitors as well, or your clients. So say, for example, if we wanted to go and do a search here, we could go type in a, start an analysis for a particular website, we can get a breakdown of their keywords, their main keywords, what their H1 tags are, which their H2 are. We can get a feel for whether they are ranking correctly, whether they've actually entered in their data correctly for their keywords, and we can have a look here based on their H2 and H1 tags. And excuse me, I'm using a new mouse today and it's playing up a little bit. It keeps on going backwards. So total keywords, 1,449 that it's picking up. We've got our H2, header 2 keywords. These are them for the entire website. H3 for the entire website. Then we've got our different keyword analysis down here. We can again see our competitors, and we can use this ourselves for our own websites. So we can continue to go through this. We can see a bunch of different types of keyword positions that Google finds really interesting. We've also got a keyword tracking report, which will track keywords over time, where they're ranked for, and which keyword they are for what particular for what particular website. And we've also got, as part of this, a keyword position report, which you can generate based on the keywords that you've been searching for, and you can see how they've improved in ranking over time based on this. You've got the ability to ping these keywords as well. Now, pinging is basically alerting Google of a change, more updates, maybe a new website is linked back to you and you want Google to include it in their algorithm to add it to your website. You can do that through this backlink search here. You can find those backlinks, add them into a report, and you can make a decision as to whether you want to use the website ping option here to actually ping your websites. And that basically is creating a link and pinging Google and making sure that Google comes through and has a look at your website again. We've got a malware scan. Malware is really important because if you've got malware on your website, then it's going to Google will not rank it highly, and it could even delist it potentially. So you want to make sure that malware is removed and you're safe. Do a search through this to figure out whether you are safe from malware. And you've also got as well a Google AdWords scraper, which will give you a bunch of different keywords that you can look at using and implementing into your website to help you to rank for certain topics. Then we've got a number of other tools, a number of additional tools down here that again give you and offer you a number of other ways of finding information that Google might be interested in, including a robot generator, which could be really useful because Google wants to see your robot text file on your website. So they can go through and they can see an entire view of your website, and they want some other information as well. With this, it really helps to be able to do that. So this is basically the entire platform itself. It's very in-depth. As you can see, it's taken quite a long time to go through because there's so many different features. And this is really what you need when you're dealing with SEO. SEO can be one of the most time-consuming parts of this business because it's always changing. It's difficult, and you need to be able to get up to speed with all of these different types of components. Internally, what's happening on your website, and externally, what's happening on your website. You need to watch what competitors are doing, who's improving their search engine rankings, who's moving up, who's trying to compete for keywords against you. And businesses are willing to pay a lot of money for this. When I was doing consulting with SEO for clients, I was getting paid over $100,000 yearly to help businesses with this. So it can be really profitable if you're able to use or learn this. And this software will aid you in actually learning that process, seeing the process, and being able to keep up to date with any changes happening in Google and keep your website, improving on a regular basis, improving in Google and giving Google and showing Google what they want to see. So if you want to get access to this, this is something that's perfect for you if you're looking to help businesses. It's great for getting reports and finding out where a business is positioned before you actually work with them, because you can create a report based on the data that you find in the software. And this will also be good for your website if you're planning on doing any ranking inside of Google. All right, well, thanks for watching. This is Sam Becker. I hope this was informational, educational. You found out what you wanted to about the software, and if it's right for you, go down below, check out all of the bonuses. You can get access down below. I've included a number of local marketing bonuses here today as well that are relevant to what we've covered here that might assist you if you're actually looking to go out and help businesses. All right, thanks for listening. This is Sam Becker. I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.